What's going on, guys? Black Scout Survival, and today we're going to be talking about the DC Attorney General Karl Racine that has launched a civil lawsuit against the Proud Boys and Oath Keepers for restitution for January 6. Basically said that they were responsible for planning the attack on the Capitol on January 6th, accusing them of domestic terrorism and planning and coordinated the attack on the Capitol. So he's saying that they need to pay for damages to the Capitol. They need to pay restitution to the people that were impacted, i.e. people that died and staffers that have had PTSD from the event. Also stated they were attempting to overturn the election results. Here he states that in America that we resolve disagreements in a civil, nonviolent manner. I guess they forgot to tell Antifa and BLM that during the riots.
Can and do disagree on a plethora of issues, both big and small. However, in the United States of America and in the District of Columbia, we resolve our disagreements in a civil, non-violent manner.
And not only that, but it's kind of like Elon Musk said earlier this week, that America is the only corporation that is able to do violence without issue. They're essentially a company, he says, a corporation that is able to do just violence wherever in the world for their own good, for their own greater good, which is kind of hard to disagree with that with some things that we've seen that has taken place over the years. Again, going back to him stating that, you know, we handle things in a nonviolent manner. Did anybody forget Chaz Chop, the Summer of Love, where, you know, they pretty much took over a whole city block, you know, for months on end? What about David Dorn, the 77-year-old retired police officer that was killed during the riots, shot in the head?
Those who don't play by these rules must be held responsible to deter future violent and undemocratic conduct. Restitution and recompense is the third reason why.
What about restitution for all these small businesses that were burned down and that was celebrated and even pushed by Democrats? People lost their livelihoods, a lot of those being minority small business. Kind of like Scores Sports Bar, owned by KB Bala, completely destroyed by BLM protesters. And he was also a firefighter in his community in Brooklyn, and he lost everything he had. A minority-owned business. Where's his restitution amongst all the others across the country? Again, we heard countless times Democrats saying on the news that, you know, that essentially they need to go be violent. We've seen it. We've seen the tweets. We've seen all this junk going on leading up to the election, right? However, we can't even, you know, basically state that Antifa is domestic terrorists when we know they were. Kind of like Joe Biden when he said that Antifa was just an idea.
Antifa's an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you gotta be
not
kidding.
malicious. That's what.
That they're not organized. Antifa is some of the most well-organized organization. They have websites, they have secret groups, Facebook groups, and they're protected. You really can't say anything or do anything against them. They carry flags even. I don't know how much more of an organization you can be, right? And these things are so coordinated, but nobody says anything about Antifa ever, right? So I made this video essentially to point out again the hypocrisy. I feel like every week there's some extreme hypocrisy going on with the left. If you're going to name one group of domestic terrorists and then another that like completely destroys tons of small businesses, killing people, and nothing's done, you know, where's the FBI drone footage that was used during the Kyle Rittenhouse trial? Where's that of these Antifa guys and BLM protesters that destroyed and killed people, right? The guy that shot the MAGA hat wearing guy in Portland, Trump had to send the U.S. Marshals to go get that guy because the city didn't do anything about it. They weren't even going to arrest him. Now, guys, give your comment below. Let me know what you think about this. And as always, guys, thanks for watching Black Scout Survival.